What's up, y'all? It's Truth Tiger, and I'm going to talk today about why I choose to just keep to myself, why I roll solo, why I'm usually alone most of the time. And I want to start by saying that it's not really necessarily ideal to be alone all the time. Like, ideally we would all come together and we would use all our unique skills and talents and build something better. So you have one guy who's good at singing, you got somebody else who's good at playing the drums, you got another guy who's good at playing the guitar. Well, they can make a band, but if you're in that band and, your drummer's, got a needle in his arm and it's so much drama and problems you can't do anything with him, and then whatever your guitarist has some weird girlfriend he's bringing in and she's kind of she's doing the whole Yoko Ono thing and whatever. These guys are always fighting and arguing and causing drama, and they got weird friends and they got all these issues. You can't get the album out, you can't get a song made, you can't get to a show, you can't get to an event. At some point you got to just say, hey, like, in this case, in my metaphor, I guess I could say I'm the singer, but you got to just say, hey, like, I just got to do my own thing. I'll put up some drum beats in the background. I'll figure out a way to make it work on my own. But this drama is just becoming too much and it's just going to sink me. So I've got to cut this out and do it on my own. And that's really how I feel pretty deeply about this. And beyond that, like, most people are really grouped up in like a herd mentality, and they have no idea who they are, and everyone is just desperately clinging on to each other and desperately, like, it's crabs in the bucket really with most people. They're pulling you down. So sorry, I got some hiccups here, but I don't want to be part of that herd, because they do not have individual identity at all. Their identity is completely caught up in the collective, caught up in the herd, caught up in society, caught up in the matrix, caught up in the system, whatever you want to call it, caught up in that status quo groupthink kind of thing. And, those people are really not able to really be by themselves. They don't want to really, like, look deep inside or anything like that, because they don't want to see the hollowness, and they don't want to see the fact that they have never really taken hold of their inner person. That inner being inside of themselves, they have not done anything to take hold of whatsoever. So they want to stay in this kind of herd so they can feel secure. And they're also not very courageous people. They're not very brave people. They want to stay in this herd because the herd's going to protect me and, all this kind of stuff. And for me, it's like, I'm brave enough to do it on my own. I know that I can, and doing stuff on my own, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned a lot about how I was kind of, I don't want to say codependent necessarily, but like how I was more dependent on other people than I should have, and more dependent on other people in an emotional sense, and I had to really break free from that, to where I'm like, okay, I'm just good with who I am. And back to my first point about the band, it's like, that's what it was like. I was like, had these people around, and it's like, man, we could do stuff together. You put my stuff together, your stuff together, we can make this great thing. But they always had ego issues, and I just found myself getting dragged down and, really getting dragged into the dirt, to where I'm like, I just have to do this on my own and, like, just get some normality around me, because I'm not going to have normality being around these people. And like, most people just have a lot of drama and ridiculousness, and they're very selfish. They don't look out for you. And there's good people out there, but like, most people just kind of aren't great. If you have some good people in your life, like, keep them around, like, roll with good people. But the good people are few and far between. And for me at least, I don't really feel like my family was I mean, it's brutal to say that, but my family were not those good people. And that's all I'm going to really say in this, but my family were not those good people. Most of the people I grew up around were not those good people. And I'm to the point now where I have to find the good people, whatever, hustle to find them and Because it's like if you, I don't know, work a job or you're in school or whatever, the people you're immediately placed around, they might not be the good people. So you have to like kind of really get out there and talk to a lot of different people and search around, and you got to have good discernments when it comes to people. You got to be smart when it comes to people. You got to be able to, and I'm learning all this stuff now. You got to be able to sense like people that have like some deep anger and stuff going on. Like I can kind of sense that now. I didn't used to, but some people, they kind of have this fake smile, but there's kind of the unfriendly face underneath, and just kind of looking in their eyes, you can see. And I've gotten better at that, and I kind of realize like most people are pretty angry and pretty just like not the best people. They're like backstabbers. They're not whatever. Like most people just ain't it. So I just don't want to be around all that drama and have negative things come into my life because of it. And I don't want to like have to go through the emotional pain of having to deal with that either. And like a lot of these people, like it's like they either bring you into some drama or they don't treat you right or both. So just like I'm not going to be around people who disrespect me. I'm not going to be around people who want to just kick me around. Like no. And I'm also like I think for myself too, and I'm not going to be around a bunch of people who want me to think the same way they do and want me to conform to them. It's not cool. It's not respectful to me. It's not good. And man, like people suck. People suck. Because ideally, like we could all come together and we could make a greater, something greater. But people within themselves, they have to first within themselves get themselves right, and nobody's done that. And that's a very important part of why we need to, why I feel like for people to develop mentally, spiritually, whatever, like being isolated is one of the most important first steps, because you got to get away from that herd, societal thinking, all that stuff, and then also like just rolling by myself, there's more freedom, because other people kind of put you into bondage more than you kind of know. It's not like we have to do this or we have to do that, or it's like I kind of do what I want to do when I want to do it, and it's not I don't like have some other person I'm constantly having to negotiate that around. Some other person I'm constantly having to, because there's good people who will work with you and they'll flow with you and you won't have that feeling. But with most kind of people, it does feel like it's kind of hard to flow together, And also, I'm a unique cat too. I'm not like other people. I'm a very unique cat. I'm different, I kind of don't like the same music other people like. I don't like like I'm on some different stuff, and a lot of people, a very good amount of people are not just, they're just not going to like it. They're going to be, what, you like that? What? They're just, they're conformists, and they're going to trip out, so it's just whatever. But I've just found that like, like just being by myself, I'm happier, to be honest. I'm a lot happier, and I actually have like peace in my life, and that's a big part of why I choose to be by myself. Is just the level of peace that I have is very, very good, and it makes it easier to live. It makes it easier to just go about life the way I want to go about it. And there's just so many toxic people. There's so many toxic people that just aren't worth the time, the effort, that they want to crawl into your life and become some good friend, whatever. But, there's so many people, it's just like, they just want to have arguments. They just want to argue all the time. They want to find some dumb thing to argue about, Oh, you think, you think basketball is better than football? Well, it's just like something like that. And it's like, they want to have like some kind of like conflict, and they want to fight about something. They want to try to make you feel stupid, or they want to try to boost their ego over you. And they just like, I don't know, just a lot of people are just on some hater stuff. A lot of people are on some manipulator stuff. A lot of people are just not on good stuff. And, it's just, yeah, I'm happier being by myself. And there's more of a sense of ownership that comes with being by myself too, because I'm friendly with people. I'll talk to people. I'm actually the friendliest I've ever been in my life. I'm a pretty shy person, you know. It was more like I was kind of like just going with the group, and like I guess submitting to that in a sense, you know. Whereas now it's like I'm rolling by myself, and there's like a leadership, a power, you know. I guess you know, a dominance to that, you could say, where I'm just like I'm cool by myself and I have the courage to roll like that, you know, and I can figure things out for myself and solve the problems I need to solve, and you know, but I'm like friendly with people. I'll talk to strangers, like I'm very friendly, you know. So it's I don't know, you know, it's more just like I don't want all these people holding me down, you know. Because even if you got a friend, he's a bro. Oh, dude, why don't you chill? We were having hot wings at the bar, and this and that. We're gonna sit around for 5 hours straight, and blah, 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 you know. It's just like I just wanna. I'm like a cat. I'm like a cat. I want to just flow, do my own thing, and I don't want to get caught up in all the mess. I don't want to get caught up in all the mess. And people take up a lot of your time too. Like I like to use my time to, you know, work on side projects like this and learn new things and go to the gym and whatever. And if you're just constantly, you know, over socializing, you're not gonna do the stuff you got to do with that. So I got these hiccups, but all right. I think on that note, I will end it. But yeah, God bless you all. Much love to you all. I appreciate you all so much. The likes, the comments, the subscriptions. You all are amazing. And yeah, God bless you so much.